Hello, Williamson County, and welcome to a new edition of It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events brought to you by your Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, spring is just around the corner and probably not a day too soon for most of us. We are ready for the warmer temps and the natural, beautiful, lush spring season. In fact, there is no better place in Williamson County to truly appreciate the regenerative process of Mother Nature than our own Timberland Park. Joining me for the first half of our show today is our Timberland Park Trail Supervisor, Michael Culbreth, here to talk about their upcoming change in operating hours and a variety of spring programs. Michael, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, as soon as the time changes, we always know we're in for a treat at Timberland Park. Not only do you extend your operating hours, but it's just one of the most beautiful seasons to visit our passive park on the Natchez Trace and really just have an opportunity to take in what nature in Williamson County is like.
Yeah. I mean, but spring is one of probably our most popular season to come out, just because people are tired of being cooped up all winter. They're ready to get out and just, see what all's blooming and just take a walk in the woods,
Exactly. They're ready for that dose of vitamin D.
That's
they have been deficient long enough.
Yeah.
They are ready for the sun to shine on their face again.
Yeah.
Just enjoy what the change in seasons can be like.
Right, yeah.
With the change in seasons, though, and us switching back over to daylight savings time, you do change your operating hours at Timberland Park. People do have a little bit more of an opportunity to appreciate this natural treasure.
Yeah, so our hours are going to change once daylight savings time, kind of rolls around and all that. Our hours will be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So right now, during the winter, we close at 4. We're extending that 2 hours for the spring and summer.
Summer season.
Yep.
Awesome. So a lovely opportunity for people to visit us. Again, Timberland Park is open 7 days a week, Sunday through Saturday, and it will be open from 9 to 6 a.m. Now through the month of October, pretty much. Well, let's talk about spring programs.
Sure.
There are so many different things that you have coming up over the next couple of months. With all the activity you have planned at Timberland Park, I don't doubt that spring is just going to fly right past us.
Yeah, it always does.
You're right, it does. Those moderate seasons, we never seem to enjoy long enough.
They go so quick, it's ridiculous. It's really very disappointing, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just part of it, right?
That's just where we live.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Middle Tennessee. If you don't like the weather one day, stick around. It'll change. Let's talk about what you guys have coming up in March. So many different kinds of programs. Some regular programs that I know people are always looking forward to, plus some new things as well.
Yeah.
Starting off in the month of March, one of our time-tested favorites, you have one of your night hikes coming up.
Right. Yep, so on March 14th, that's a Saturday, at 7:15 p.m., we'll be doing our night hike. Now, that's just a unique opportunity for folks to come out and see the park in a way that you normally don't get to see, because, of course, we're a day-use park. It'll be between 3/4 of a mile to 1 mile. At night, hikes tend to last longer because we're going a little bit slower walking, because we can't really see where we're going.
Exactly.
Now, that one is open to people, but they do have to pre-register for that, just because
it does take place after operating hours, so there is like a special way that people get in with these night hikes and how they get onto the park land.
Right. You only get in if you pre-register, so be sure to pre-register. Yeah.
And then because the first day of spring is technically in the month of March, on March 19th, you have a wonderful first day of spring hike planned that morning.
Yeah, so that hike is going to be around a mile long, maybe a smidge less, just kind of depends upon what folks we have come out and join us for it. We'll talk about different spring wildflowers that are already blooming, because we do have a couple of things already popping up even now. We'll talk about the change of the seasons, what that means astronomically, that kind of thing. So that'll be around a mile. That's on Thursday, March 19th, like you said.
Yep, first day of spring. And it's a 10 a.m., it's a morning hike. Yeah. It'll be warm enough by then to get out and be a little bit active. It should be a wonderful time at Timberland Park. And then your last event for the month of March is a new event that you're doing.
Yes.
You're having your very first, although I know it will not be your last, Community Work Day.
Yeah.
That's going to be on March the 22nd. Tell us a little bit about what you have planned for this first Community Work Day.
Right, so a lot of y'all may know already that we did a Christmas tree drive at all of our several of our community centers and rec centers, that sort of thing. And we took those Christmas trees, we shipped them up, and now we have a big pile of Christmas tree mulch. It smells really good. I'm going to be kind of disappointed when it moves from our parking lot onto the trail because it smells so good around the parking lot. But we're going to take, volunteers are going to help us, and we're going to move the mulch and spread it out on our Still Hollow Trail. So that's going to be kind of our big work day. It'll be around an hour long or so, from 1 p.m. to around 2 or 2:30, just kind of depends upon how quickly we get through it. But yeah, so that'll be something kind of different. We haven't done that before, but we're hoping for a good turnout for that.
Well, we had a remarkable amount of participation with the tree recycling program after the holidays this year. I was astounded with the hundreds and hundreds of trees that were dropped off all around Williamson County at our main recreation facilities. And then on chipping day, it was just amazing to see all those piles of trees and just how long you guys were working on. I mean, I know you had to be sore the next day.
I was sore for a few days after
the hundreds
that,
of trees you were just, dragging on and putting into that chipper, and there's this massive mound of, like you said, very good smelling mulch that we're really looking forward to spreading out. And I really hope that you have a great turnout for this Community Work Day as well. For as much as our community has supported Timberland Park and has felt at home in it since the day we opened it in October of 2014, and just everything that park has been to the community since we opened it. We're really looking forward to getting a strong group of people from the community to come in and help us take care of Timberland Park a little bit.
Well, that's kind of, these sorts of parks, they're special just because of where they're at and what they have in them as well. But parks have always been like, it's made up of people, right? I mean, it's the people that decide that a place is special, and then it becomes more special by people's involvement. So yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what kind of help you're looking for. I mean, I know you're going to be spreading mulch, but are there particular groups of people? I mean, I'm sure this would be a great project for some scouts.
Absolutely.
Any youth groups that are looking to do some community service, adult and family oriented activity, right?
Yeah. Oh, basically it can be just about anybody who can carry a bucket. So it's open to scout groups. In fact, I had a scout group call me yesterday and ask about coming out to help with it. It can be families, it can be individuals. If you're just a really outdoorsy kind of person, come on out. It really is open to just about anybody. A couple of things to kind of think about. If you need work gloves and that kind of thing, we have a couple of pairs. But if you need work gloves, bring them with you. Wear good, sturdy shoes. It doesn't have to be hiking boots. It could be tennis shoes, but just make sure that they're comfortable for walking in a little bit. We have some shovels, but it would help for the community if you come out, bring a shovel or a rake to help spread the mulch out and that sort of thing. We have a bunch of buckets. You don't need to bring any buckets. We've got tons of buckets where you can, we'll just pass them out, and people will just kind of like form a fire line, and dump it out and send it back to be refilled and that sort of thing. So
I think it'll be a great day for you guys.
I think so.
We are asking for a little bit of help organizing this event. So if you would like to be involved in our first Community Work Day at Timberland Park, or have a group of people that would like to be involved, we ask you to please reach out to Michael so that we can better coordinate our efforts for the day. And what is the best way people can get in touch with you?
You can email me or you can call Timberland Park. The number escapes me off the top of my head.
I tell you what, if you go to our website at wcparksandrec.com,
that's easier.
Click on the Facilities and Parks tab and select Timberland Park, you will get all the contact information for the facility and information for the Community Work Day as well.
That's probably the easiest way to go about it.
There you go. While you're there, you'll also see all of our other spring programs, including our activities in April. I really like what you've done in the month of April. You've basically taken one day to highlight April 19th. It's a Saturday, and have put or it's a Sunday, and have put a day's worth of activity. You have 4 separate events scheduled on that day, including a guided hike, a mammal pelts and skulls presentation, a wildflower hike, and the ever-popular perimeter hike.
Yes. So starting with the first one, 10 a.m. is when all this starts. It's going to be a whole day of programs. 10 a.m. will be just your kind of average guided hike. We'll go around a mile or so, talk about different animals, plants, whatever we happen to see on the hike, a little bit of the history of the park. The Mammal Pelts and Skulls program, that starts at 11:30 a.m., so about an hour and a half after the hike, or after the hike begins, I should say. We'll go over different animal skulls, how you can tell one animal from another just by its skull. We actually found a raccoon skull in the park the other day, and I had one of the, we have some regulars that come to our programs, consistently. There's a little girl there, and she knew exactly what it was because she'd been to one of our Pelts and Skulls programs. So again, that starts at 11:30. At 1:30 that day, we have a wildflower hike. There's a whole bunch of different things by that time that'll be blooming. Some, no, I wouldn't say rare, but less common. And so that'll be kind of, really neat to try to see. And that's always really popular because wildflowers, it's the kind of thing that they come around during the spring and then like a week later and they're gone. So
they don't last long.
Right. And then at 3:30 p.m. We have our perimeter hike. That'll be between 3 and 3.5 miles, something like that. So that's a little bit farther. It's over uneven ground. So wearing adequate footwear, bringing water, that sort of thing, I would encourage people to do that. It won't be it's not super duper challenging. I'm not going to run through the thing, but it is a longer distance. So,
It is, yes, it's a little bit more of a nature excursion than the guided hike.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going way back to the back side of the park, and so that's just a little bit, further than usual, right?
And then in May, you have a couple of different activities as well. We just have a few minutes here to talk about them, but one of the things I really want to highlight, because I think it's the first time you might have done this particular program.
Yeah, it is.
is something you are going to do Friday, May the 8th. It's a new program called Feeding the Birds.
Yeah, so basically it's going to go over some of the basics of feeding birds. That's a common hobby for a lot of people. It's a good way to draw birds to your yard, and you can actually see them and learn a few different species, that sort of thing. But it's different. It'll go over different types of feeders, different kinds of seed that you can use. Just kind of the do's and don'ts of bird feeding, and we might even have a little craft sort of thing where we make our own, maybe like a pine cone peanut butter bird seed kind of thing.
Something like that.
Yeah.
A little something for the kids.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Something fun. Well, I'm sure that's going to be an amazing event. And then you also have a day full of activities on Memorial Day, May 25th, with another listing of programs as well. Information about all these spring programs, plus links to the registrations, again, are available through our website at wcparksandrec.com. All of these activities that take place at Timberland Park do require advanced registration. They are free and open to the public, but you do have to register in advance so that staff can properly prepare for these activities.
Absolutely.
So please go online, visit us, sign up for these events. We look forward to seeing you at Timberland Park sometime this spring season, and I hope that you return many, many times.
Absolutely, yep.
Michael, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you come in today, and look forward to a lot of great pictures to come out of all of these events.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Y'all stay tuned. When we come back for the second half of our show, we're going to spend some time talking with our fitness and wellness coordinator, Mr. Bob Vogelpohl.
Let's be real. There are days when every mom wants to tell her kids to take a hike.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Because when you take us hiking,
Or let us run outside,
acting silly,
getting dirty,
and helping in the garden,
you're not only making your day better,
you're making our lives healthier and happier.
playing outside is not only fun,
It helps us feel our best inside and out.
so next time when Mom wants you to take a hike,
Tell her to go to beoutthere.org to find fun ideas for helping kids enjoy the great outdoors.
let's be honest, It's not bad for the parents either.
They're so cute at this age.
Welcome back to It's About You. For the second half of our show today, we will spend some more time with our fitness and wellness coordinator, Mr. Bob Vogelpohl. He is quickly becoming one of our more frequent guests due to the outstanding growth of our fitness programs. He's back again today to share some information with us about our newest fitness project and a lot of great announcements to come. Bob, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's great to be back so soon.
I love it. When you come back, we know that big things are on the horizon. Our fitness programs are just one of the keystones of what we offer through the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. As we have talked about numerous times over the past couple years, it's where we see a lot of our growth every year as this gambit of a program continues to roll out more and more and more options. And you and your staff do an amazing job with programming and keeping new fitness classes rotating into our schedules, expanding staff and class offerings. And then every so often, you get that exciting phone call that growth is happening, that a facility is coming online, that a renovation is going to be happening, that new fitness spaces are going to be added to a location. And that's when we can get really excited. It happened to us not too long ago with the renovation of the Fairview Recreation Complex. And I know your program saw a tremendous amount of growth and opportunity from that.
Absolutely. So Fairview, yeah, you talk about excitement. We built and they came. So over the last 2 months, we've been up over 65% in group fitness participation. We have classes that are selling out. In fact, most of our comments are, we need more bikes. Because our bike program, again, we went to a very limited bike schedule to a large bike program. And even our 5:30 classes, they're selling out. So we've actually had 9 to 10 people more show up for these classes than unfortunately the bikes that we have. But that's something, hopefully with some new budget, we're looking at adding some more spin bikes, and we're ready to take care of the Fairview community. But they have been coming out in droves. It's exciting to go there and talk to the patrons, and they couldn't thank us more for the world-class fitness rooms that we do have.
They have there. It's been amazing to watch that transformation. And like you say, just how the community's embraced it and how they are being actively involved in that recreation center and the growth in the programs and those kinds of things.
Absolutely.
And we are hoping to funnel that success into our next facility project. There's an expansion program happening at the indoor sports complex in Brentwood. And with part of that expansion package, you do get some very nice group fitness rooms added to that amenity, to that facility. So tell us a little bit about what we can look forward to with the growth and expansion in Brentwood.
Okay, we actually have had quite a few meetings the last few days, and again, very excited about the Brentwood community and what we're going to be offering. Currently, we have 28 classes, so we have 18 land-based and 10 aqua classes. We will be projecting to about 51 classes. And the neat thing is, I go back to the spin and cycle classes. We don't have a cycle program there currently. We will be getting some new cycle bikes. So we tentatively have 11 cycle classes on the new schedule. All the way from cycle boot camp, cycle TRX, cycle sculpt, just a plethora of cycle offerings, and also senior cycle. So that alone will add 11 classes. We will look at approximately 8 solid weight classes, because we'll have all kinds of new weighted bars, dumbbells, kettlebells, etc. So a large variety of strength classes. We will have, we've got some dynamic cardio classes there now that we will be carrying over to the larger room. And then adding a few also. Right,
in the larger space, just being able to accommodate more people in those already successful programs.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, our room right now, we have limitations of around 14 to 15. Our new group fitness room, we will have maximums of 25 to 30. So that alone, very exciting. And then we're also looking at adding some to our dance program. So we've had, even in the smaller setting, we've had some really good Zumba offerings. One of the new dance formats that we're going to be offering is called Bollywood. And it's a new format that we put into Nolensville. And we have one class right now. Most of our comment cards from Nolensville are you have to add multiple Bollywood classes. So we actually had a group fitness event last Saturday, very successful. Our Bollywood class in a 30-minute demo was sold out. I didn't have anywhere else to put them in the room. And I talked to a lot of the patrons after the class, let them know that we would also be evolving that into our Brentwood facility. So they went away very happy.
So now, I think I know what a Bollywood class would be just off the title.
Yes.
But tell us a little bit more about the new program and kind of what it involves.
Yep, so it's Indian descent, some great music, choreographed like Zumba, but again, to that different musical format. And it's very lively and upbeat. I guess is the best way I could describe it. I actually went in and tried it for a few minutes, and it takes just a little bit to learn that new choreography, but it was a blast. And the patrons were having so much fun. So it was, I think, a little bit more abbreviated Zumba. But again, it's a format we just started a few months ago at Nolensville, and it's just growing leaps and bounds. So I know it's going to be very successful at Brentwood.
So would it be fair to say it's kind of based on like a belly dancing style of class?
Yes.
So kind of how Zumba's based on Latin dance
Yes.
styles.
Yep.
This is based on kind of more of that kind of Indian Eastern culture dancing that you see in all those Bollywood films.
Yes, absolutely. So if you watch one of those and the music, it's basically bringing it to a dance format.
Sounds very fun.
Yeah, it should be exciting. So, and eventually too, we want to bring in line dancing. Another dance format that we have is called Country Fusion, which is obviously real popular in the Nashville area.
Right.
So the dance program will probably triple in size. So when you look at the classes and the excitement going from no cycle program to a very large cycle program, probably double or tripling our dance format, all kinds of new equipment to really offer some real in-depth strength classes, and then room to do some really neat things with cardio and different circuits throughout a larger room and more equipment. So we will have a world-class fitness program at Brentwood, and I know, just like Fairview, they're going to be very excited when we roll it out.
I can't wait to see it. It will be absolutely amazing. I have no doubt. And it's great to hear that not only are you taking the keystones of an already successful program, but you're constantly looking at touching it up, adding new things to it, keeping it relevant, keeping it current, you know, looking for new ways to entice other participants to be in our program, or how to introduce current participants into new forms of fitness.
Absolutely. I think the other thing they're going to like, our current Brentwood schedule is Monday through Friday. So we will be adding, just like when we went into Fairview, we added a Saturday and Sunday lineup. The Saturday and Sunday lineup at Fairview is just doing outstanding. And we will potentially be offering 6 classes Saturday morning at Brentwood and 2 or 3 Sunday afternoon. So again, 7-day week exercise. So we don't have a day of rest.
No, we don't.
It's the
Not
program
anymore.
rolls.
Not anymore. And then, of course, we also just want to touch up on some of our other fitness programs. I know small group training is still a program that you're seeing an amazing amount of growth and opportunity in. I'm envisioning this program rolling into Brentwood as well, with the expansion of the fitness spaces there, and just looking to see more new things come out of it.
Yeah, so we've been limited because of space at the Brentwood facility with our small group. A little background on small group training. We used to offer just one small group session at Nolensville, 7 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're up to 23 small group offerings in our 6 main facilities, and we absolutely will be bringing that format to the indoor sports complex. We're hoping to do some more sports training in that 3:30 to 4:30 range, so right after school, So with the new room, we think that there'll be a good market for that after-school athlete to work out in our facility.
Excellent.
So that's one of the things that we're kind of looking into and looking at kind of different small group formats that would cater to that high school athlete that wants to get additional training with certified personal trainers.
And what you mentioned, another key component of your fitness program are certified personal trainers. We have a great personal training program in place now in all of our facilities, and of course at the indoor sports complex in Brentwood as well. But with the addition of these fitness spaces, there's also opportunity for more one-on-one instruction too.
Absolutely. We are currently around 25 trainers. Again, I think when we first started doing these together, we had 12 to 13, so we've doubled in size. We continue to look for that elite talent in that training field. So we, again, we're hoping to double our training at the Brentwood facility with the additional space.
It would be a wonderful thing to see.
Absolutely.
And there is so much more to talk about with the expansion of the indoor sports complex in Brentwood that we can't go into a lot of detail about today. But in addition to these fitness spaces, there's also going to be a new splash park at the indoor sports complex in Brentwood, and the addition of additional restrooms, and down the line some outdoor pickleball courts and a gymnasium facility as well. So over the course of several months, there is going to be a lot to look forward to in terms of development at the indoor sports complex in Brentwood, and a lot of great amenities being added into our community and other ways that we can continue to grow and serve our public.
I will definitely be spending a day or two a week at the Brentwood facility because really looking forward to it.
It'll be an amazing, amazing change, and another way to really round out our offerings of recreation facilities across Williamson County. And another opportunity for people to pick up new activities, new hobbies, lots of fun things. There's a lot to look forward to in the future of Williamson County Parks and Recreation for sure. Well, Bob, best of luck. Can't wait to get more information on all these new exciting classes that you're going to be offering and the things that we can look forward to in Brentwood that will probably grow across our county. You and your staff have a wonderful model for how you introduce new programs and then kind of roll them out into all of our facilities. So little teaser, other parts of the community can probably look forward to a Bollywood class in the near future as well.
We sure hope to keep expanding. Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk to us today, and I hope we get a chance to talk to you again about some more opportunities in the near future.
I hope so too. Thank you very much, Kerri.
Well, just to wrap up today, I want to remind you guys we have a ton of special events and programs coming up in the spring. Information about all of our department programs and activities is available through our website at wcparksandrec.com. Log on and find out about all of our great community events that will be coming up this spring, including our annual egg events and hunts, as well as some great opportunities for the summer. Even though it seems a little funny to talk about the summer this early in the year, summer activities and summer camp registration is open and available online through our website right now. So log on, check out our summer activity guide and all the great summer plans that we have made. You can go ahead and register for the majority of those programs now and secure your plans for the summer season. You can also get more information on our upcoming programs and activities by following us on our social media channels through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and YouTube. I want to thank you guys for joining us for today's show. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.